Hey everyone, Cory McArthur here. I wanted to come to you with a quick update in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic or crisis that we're experiencing, but I want to talk to you specifically about how it's impacting the real estate market here in London, Ontario. I'll talk about how it's been affecting buyers and sellers and what we might be able to expect going into the days and weeks ahead. So let's jump right in. I think one of the key things that we're seeing is we're seeing some confusion, not only from the public and those buyers and sellers, but also from realtors. Realtors don't really know exactly what to expect. We've had such a kind of active market here at the beginning of the year, and it's been such a dominant sellers market that we kind of know the lay of the land and we know how to work within those parameters. But now all of a sudden with this pandemic that we're seeing, and we're beginning to see the possibility of the economy kind of come to a screeching halt, at least for a short period of time, we don't know exactly what to do with that. But what we do see right here on a day-to-day basis is we still see that there's a ton of demand in the market. For the properties that are listing, they're still selling in multiple offers. I look at the MLS and there's still tons of realtors that are listing properties, which seems a little bit interesting to me. And when I talk to the staff at our office who are processing the deals on the back end of things, they're still telling me that there are a lot of properties or a lot of deals that are coming across their desk, and it's like nothing has changed. So whether that will change here in the days and weeks ahead, I expect that it will. The question is, what is it going to be that is going to slow that down and where we will see that? So for sellers, I think there's still a window of time where you can get your property on the market and get it sold. There's certainly policies that we have to follow. For example, we are not doing open houses. We will do a virtual open house, and even with private showings, there are processes that need to be gone through. But no doubt, I think there's a pool of buyers that were on the market that have just taken themselves out for now. They're not comfortable going into other people's homes, and there's certainly sellers that are not willing to put their properties on the market. And for me, that is completely understandable. As far as the opportunity goes, I still think it's there. I think that that may end in the near future, but if you're considering putting your property on the market right now, I think you can still get away with that. There's enough demand there. If you're a buyer, the question is, what do I do if I've bought a house or I'm in the process of buying a house and there's a possibility that the economy is going to see a pullback? I think that you have to ask yourself the question, from a lot of it has to do with your employment. I certainly have some buyers that are kind of in the manufacturing side of things, and that seems a lot more uncertain right now versus somebody who might be working for a government organization such as at LHSC or for the university or something like that, where their job is much more secure. There's some differences there, and that is certainly impacting the buyers that are buying, and they can move forward with confidence if they have that stable job. If things seem a bit uncertain, then it's certainly creating some pause for them there. If we begin to see layoffs, especially if it goes for any extended period of time beyond a month or something like that, then I think that we will begin to see some pullback in the market. I just don't know how long that's going to happen. My prediction is that we will see a blip in the market for a month or so, and then I think things will pick back up basically to where they are, and maybe even stronger, given that people kind of held off for a while, but that demand is really still there. People still really want to move, and our inventory is still very low. In fact, it may even be lower when we hit the other side of this. The one piece that I do want to mention here is that the government is doing a lot to make sure that the economy does not see a big kind of pullback. The Bank of Canada has decreased its overnight lending rate twice. We've seen lenders decrease their interest rates on their mortgage and any sort of borrowing that they're doing. And now, just basically in the last day or two, we've seen the government come out and say, listen, if there is a pullback or there are layoffs, then we are going to be basically subsidizing people's mortgages to say, listen, if you need it for a short period of time, whether that's deferring payments or capitalizing the principal or the interest, I should say, on the mortgages, we can do that for a short period of time, up to 6 months. So I don't know the exact details of that yet, and it certainly shows the government's desire to help people not only through this situation, but also to make sure that the economy continues to roll the way that it needs to, and not to let this completely disrupt our economy and send us into a recession. So what I would say is it's really just a disruption to the real estate market here in London and the surrounding communities. And until we completely know what the lay of the land looks like, it makes it very difficult to say exactly what's going to be happening. So I will try and do more updates like this, but I wanted to give you a quick update. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them if I can. If you have any thoughts on this, I would love to hear them. If you're a realtor that disagrees with me, I'd love to hear those thoughts as well. But other than that, I hope that you're doing your part to socially distance yourself, to hopefully flatten that curve if we can still do that here. And I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are reaching out to those that are in your community, maybe not directly, but over technology and social media, just like this. And the more we stay connected and can encourage each other, the less scary it seems and the less fearful we need to be. We've certainly gotten through harder things in the past, and no doubt we can get through this together as well. So again, I hope you're staying safe, and hopefully we can connect soon. Take care.